Notre Dame 24, California 17. Where do I even begin? First of all, I want to start out by saying, and I say this somewhat in jest, but having sort of nightmares about this particular game, in terms of as this game was going on, and I got closer and closer to thinking that Notre Dame was going to win, which took quite a long while for me to feel that way. I started to think back to Brian Kelly's old favorite comment, winning is hard. And to be honest, I absolutely feel that, when Brian Kelly was here and it was like the 77th time that that Notre Dame fans had struggled through a game against a lesser opponent and barely won. And then we hear him say winning is hard. We rolled our eyes, and however, today could not feel more real, with truer comments in that regard. In general, I feel like this particular game, if I'm looking at this with my Irish green colored glasses on, is going to be a game where I think we will look back at this and I think we will say this was the game that Notre Dame got the monkey off its back. Even from first half to second half, I think anybody would agree that there was a palpable and visible difference in this Notre Dame football team. And that, you saw this Notre Dame football team start to, really come into its own. At the end of the day, Notre Dame won this game at the line of scrimmage. They absolutely did. And that was something that all of us were saying had to be what Notre Dame was going to do to win football games this year, was win at the line of scrimmage. There's no secret that, when coming into the season with a quarterback that was, when talking about Tyler Buchner at the time, was inexperienced, with inexperienced receivers, or at least unproven receivers, and inexperienced ball carriers and all of that. There was no way that, you were going to out-athlete other teams when you had the ball. Okay. Notre Dame was always going to have to win at the line of scrimmage, control the line of scrimmage on both sides of the football, to be honest with you, and win games that way, and use the pass game as a complement. And their passing plays have to be complementary to what they're doing in the run game. That was Notre Dame's recipe for success. Did Notre Dame do that in the first half today? Absolutely not. It was one of those situations where, maybe it was a little better than we thought, but because Drew Pine was just so inaccurate, so I don't know, shaky, had the yips, whatever you want to say about it. It really made this Notre Dame offense real stagnant, and maybe the offensive line was going to be better the whole time. And because Drew Pine was really struggling there at the beginning, to the point where, now Tommy Rees is going to become, a viral internet sensation for ripping Drew Pine while on the phone up there in the press box. That's okay if that's what it takes, but because things were so bad at the beginning, maybe the offensive line would have been a little bit better if there was a little bit more consistency in quarterback play. I don't know the answer to that, but boy, the one takeaway, I think, well, I guess there's two. The first one is finally saw some push on the offensive line in spots. Finally saw the defensive line play really, really physical. And really in the second half, though it wasn't perfect on either side of the football, looked like Notre Dame was playing faster, aggressively, sure of themselves. Notre Dame won that second half 17-7. If you put two exact halves like that together and you win this game 34-14, which I know is not exactly how it works, Um, you know, I think that you walk away from this Cal game feeling pretty good. As it was, Notre Dame didn't come out. They came out flat, especially on the offensive side. And I won't even say flat, to be honest with you. They came out sloppy, and that sloppiness can be attributed to a lot of things. New quarterback, a lot of pressure after losing the first 2 games of the year. But now, moving forward, as I see this is the win to get the monkey off your back. This is the win to get a little bit of confidence in your quarterback and your running back and, everything in between. And now it's time to go play some flipping football. Okay. I don't think we've seen the best of Notre Dame. I don't think that, I do think, I guess I should say, that Notre Dame is going to continue to improve, and that, moving forward, there's a lot of reason for hope.